I came back and I noticed that the pig, that this paper was in the basket. Once that happened, nothing happened with the pig. But after 4 or 5 times, I put a micro switch in the bottom of the basket. When the paper hit the switch, a food dispenser dispensed a little bit of food, not much. After the pig had to do it 10 times before he knew that the paper in the basket worked the dispenser of food. Pigs don't do it right away.
Yeah.
Some pigs 10, 15 times. But anyway, once the pig knew that, once the pig put it in the basket, the dispenser dispensed food. I kept moving the dispenser further and further away from the basket. Then I put a second piece of paper there. So when he put the first piece in, nothing happened. But the associative memory of the paper, he picked up the second piece and put it in. Then the dispenser dispensed food. Then I put some dirty rags around, and the pig came in and put them in the basket. Remember, I pulled the basket up, and it says on the basket, put waste here. See, the pig couldn't read or anything. So he'd put the waste in the basket, and he'd go to another room, because I kept moving the dispenser further and further away. Then I designed a bed for the pig. Here's how the bed looked. If you don't understand the drawing, you're supposed to interrupt me. I took a roller made of wood, like that, and another roller here, and ran the bedding all around the roller. Do you understand the drawing? Mm-hmm. The bedding is like a war tank, a tractor. Yeah. And the pig would sleep on that mattress. When he got up, I made the cage that he slept in very small, so he'd walk up and back a lot, and I put a wheel at this end, connected to that roller. If you put a wheel on a cage with little mice in it, they get in the wheel and run. You don't have to teach them that. Adrenaline. They got a lot of energy. They get in the wheel and they run. The pig got up on this wheel and began to turn it. That changed the dirty bed sheet. Not that the pig knew he was changing the dirty bed sheet. Then I leave the door partly open and put food out there, and the pig was trying to get to the food and he couldn't. But if he got up on that wheel and kept turning it, it opened the door. So he kept turning the wheel. I put a ratchet so the wheel only turns one way, can't be turned backward. So he'd open the door and he'd get the food. The next thing I wanted the pig to do was take a shower. You can't walk over to a pig and say, take a shower. So I conditioned the pig to take a shower. Here's how I did it. I bent a rubber hose, like the letter U. Can you picture that? Put some bamboo strips down. The bamboo strips were a little lower than the pig's height. So when he walked under that, that was outside his cage into the big cage with the dirty rags. So when he walked out, it scratched his back. Pigs like that. So he turned around and he walked up and back. Can you understand that? Yeah. Okay. Then I changed the bamboo to wire later. So when he went under and touched the wires, it turned on the water faucet. Do you understand? If he walked up and back 8 times, the water shower is coming down. Yeah. And I put a little jacket on the pig called the Immaculate Pig. It was white, and it said the Immaculate Pig. So he got up, changed his bed sheet, took a shower, went in the room, picked all the dirty rags, put them in the basket, and I'd run that film at a Klan meeting after other films. And he'd say, I raised me a lot of pigs, Jacque. I ain't never seen no pig that smart. How come that pig's that smart? That's because I raised it in a different environment. He said, I don't get that. And I'd show him how you train animals to do things. I explained how I did it, and what learning was, and all that. And he said, you mean to say people are born, not born that way? Now, niggers are born dumb, and Swedes are big Swedes are dumb. You know, and Irishmen are drunkards. They all believe that. I said, no, they're raised in an environment where have a drink. It's normal. Sometimes people are not raised in that environment. Their father was an alcoholic. They're very bitter against alcohol, and that's where they become non-alcoholics. Different people in different environments. If mother and dad fight a lot, you might go and say, boy, I'm never getting married. You know, depends on your experiences. Your decision-making is shaped by experience. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Well, I got that across with the Immaculate Pig. That was a major film. It was done like 60 years ago. It dried out. I wish I had a copy of that. So now we make other films. I can't take 6 months out to train animals to do that, but we're making films trying to help people understand these things. Well, the Immaculate Pig, we have to make a lot of films like that. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
There are some people that can't stand a speck of dirt on the floor. They always pick it up, put it in the wastebasket. That's, psychologists call it compulsion neurosis. It's not. There's no such thing. They invent words. They say, this man's a racist. That means you were brought up that way. So psychiatry invents labels, compulsion neurosis. You know, all kinds of labels. They're stupid beyond description. They don't understand that environment makes you that way. If you hate Polacks or Jews or Swedes, it means you were brought up in an environment where it says the Jews control all the money and they take it away from the Gentiles. Well, where did the Gentiles keep getting all the money that the Jews take away from them? You know what I mean? The whole thing is ridiculous. So they say Arabs live in the past. Well, that's because their environment is in the past. You know, they never change the building designs. They have certain notions of what a church looks like. And if a church gets a $10,000 donation, they put a chandelier in. If they were churches of God, they'd give that surplus money to the poor. They wouldn't put a new chandelier in. As I understand Jesus, if there was a soft bed, he'd say, you sleep and I'll sleep on the floor. Mm-hmm. Jesus would never take the soft bed. He says, I'm the Christ, you know. They don't understand the Bible they read at all. It said, love thine enemy in the Bible. That's what it says. Yeah. If a man strikes you, turn the other cheek. You don't want to kill him. And it says, judge not, lest you be judged. The Lord's Prayer says, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. There's no money in heaven, no property, no banks, no lawyers. So what we talk about, the Venus Project, is more like religious teachings than all the religions put together. They don't see that relationship.